Ladies and gentlemen, the past few days has been what some people call a movie. The 2025 MLB Draft has come and gone. We put out upwards of almost 30 shorts on the channel. We went live for the entirety of round one, also put out multiple videos surrounding the 2025 MLB Draft. So yesterday I decided to go over the analytics for the entirety of the draft time. And I saw that likes in channel history, we're already up to 21,243. For a channel that's only been around since like February, that's pretty impressive. But you know we're never satisfied here at the Red Sox Rundown. 757 likes to 22,000 subscribers. It's a big number. I don't think we'll get it in this video, but we can sure get damn close. So hit that like button if you love the Boston Red Sox. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to have a bit of an uncomfy conversation. The trade deadline is in a few weeks, the last day of July, and I think we might have finally found a Jarren Duran trade that's actually worth considering. Welcome into this edition of the Red Sox Rundown. I am your host, Jack Lauderay. So ClutchPoints put out an article, and they called this the perfect Jarren Duran trade for both the Red Sox and the Atlanta Braves. This is a doozy. The Red Sox receive AJ Smith-Shawver, Spencer Schwellenbach, and Drake Baldwin, and the Braves get Jarren Duran in return. Now, I want to say real quick, Jeff Passan and Ken Rosenthal both individually have said in the last few days that the Red Sox are World Series contenders. Now, I don't fully buy into that yet. They kind of got to play these really good teams coming out of the All-Star break. We'll see after that if they're legit, but no doubt they're going to buy at the deadline. So what's up with Duran? Well, I want to address the Duran fans first because I have a lot of people, and I know there will be a lot of people in the comments of this video in particular that say absolutely not. Are you crazy? Jack, are you like off your rocker? You cannot trade Jarren Duran. I want to make something abundantly clear to all the Jarren Duran fans. I love Jarren Duran. I bought his City Connect jersey when they were announced. He's one of my favorite players. I got to meet him at On-Field Photo Day. My mom met him. My mom loves Jarren Duran. I'm not saying trade him because I don't like him. He's just the odd man out. And that's an uncomfortable truth that we have to look at as Red Sox fans. This is how the outfield looks right now. Ceddanne, Rafaela, Wilyer, Abreu, Roman Anthony, Jarren Duran. You've also got Masataka Yoshida filling the DH spot. And don't even get me started with Rod Refsnyder on the bench as well. Okay? There's too many mouths to feed, not enough spots to feed them. Ceddanne has earned his spot on this team. Ceddanne Rafaela, arguably, is the best player on your team right now. Every time he comes up to bat, you think he's going to hit a home run. He's been absolutely incredible over the last 2 months. He's the safest, I think, on the entire team in terms of the trade deadline. And I think the Red Sox love Wilyer Abreu's defense. I think they value the fact that he won a Gold Glove last year as a rookie. I think that they favor him over Jarren Duran, who has notably struggled in the outfield this year defensively. Oh, yeah, and there's this kid named Roman Anthony who's just, the future face of your franchise and has also been one of the hottest hitters on the team since he's joined the Major League roster. So it's not a secret that they're going to have to sell an outfielder at the deadline. You're going to. You do not have enough room on this team. And I think, unfortunately, and again, I told you guys, I love Jarren Duran. He's one of my favorite players, if not my favorite player on the entire team. But I think, unfortunately, it's going to be JD. Now, you let me know. Be honest with me. Would you trade Jarren Duran? T for trade, K for keep. It's an uncomfortable conversation, guys. I know. He is a fan favorite. If the Red Sox do trade him, the first thing I'm going to say on that video is it is a sad day to be a Boston Red Sox fan because he is such a fan favorite and everything he's done for mental health and everything he's done for outreach on that front. Like, he's very beloved in the city of Boston. But the day of reckoning is going to come, and it's going to come soon. So you let me know. T for trade, K for keep. Now, let's talk about the actual trade because I'm not going to lie, folks. This trade favors the Red Sox significantly. I would do this trade in a heartbeat if I was Craig Breslow. I would sprint to the phone and say, abso-freaking-lutely, I want to do this trade. Let's go player by player. We'll start with AJ Smith-Shawver. young, controllable piece for the Braves. He's pitched in 9 games this year, so he hasn't pitched a lot. 44 and a third innings, 3.86 ERA, 42 Ks, 21 walks, a whip of 1.421. This is more of a developmental piece for the Red Sox if they get him back. He's got a wicked fastball, which is something that Breslow and the Red Sox have been prioritizing. They prioritized it in the draft, and they've been looking for it in the offseason, a la Garrett Crochet trade. Solid slider. He's got the raw metrics of absolute dreams. This is a player that if you get him going, you work on his command, you work on his secondary pitches, he could be a star in Major League Baseball. This would be a Breslow pick for sure. Again, like I already just mentioned, this was his MO during the draft. Big pitchers with really raw, fast stuff. And AJ Smith-Shawver would be one of the best returns you could get back in this trade in general, but there's also 2 other players in this trade that I think are very intriguing as well. We'll talk about them in a second, but like I already talked about, we were live for the MLB draft. We did all of the videos, the short form content, all of the scouting reports, and we gained a lot of subscribers, and I really appreciate you guys for joining the family. If you have not already, we are so close to our next goal of 4,000 subscribers, only 511 subscribers away. It's a lofty number, I understand, but join the family. Just because the draft's over doesn't mean we're done. The trade deadline's at the end of the month, and there is a lot of rumors around the Red Sox being heavy, heavy buyers at the trade deadline. We're also going to be live for the trade deadline as well. So hit that subscribe button, join us, help us get to 4,000 subscribers as soon as possible. Now, Spencer Schwellenbach. Oh, boy. This is a tantalizing piece. In 17 games this year, he's pitched in 110 and 2/3 innings, a 3.09 ERA, which is great, 108 Ks to 18 walks, and a whip of 0.972. He would be your number 2 right away. And I get it. Lucas Giolito's been fantastic. Brayan Bello has had a resurgence. Yes, 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 and yes. But Spencer Schwellenbach would be your number 2. Another electric fastball, and he's got awesome command. Smith-Shawver would have to work on his command. That's one of the things that he kind of struggles with. Schwellenbach's got it already. He's got the stuff. He's got the command. He is a perfect number 2 in your rotation. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Garrett Crochet, Spencer Schwellenbach, Lucas Giolito, AJ Smith-Shawver, and then this would probably be Brayan Bello. You'd probably send Fitz down to AAA to, continue to work on his stuff. Again, he is still a rookie, so it is what it is. But this rotation, that's a World Series rotation. You've got a 1-2 punch of really solid starting pitchers. And then you've got Lucas Giolito, who's been a revelation over the past few months. You got AJ Smith-Shawver, who's young, but has already shown that he's got really good stuff. And then you've got Brayan Bello. You've got Tanner Houck, you've got Richard Fitz, you've got all of these other tantalizing pieces to make as your fifth starter. That's a World Series rotation. And on top of that, they're both controllable. They're young pitchers with years of club control. I mean, this would be, I know we do the highway robbery videos. That trade with those 2 alone would be highway robbery. We haven't even talked about Drake Baldwin yet. You saw Drake Baldwin earlier this year. He was hitting home runs at Fenway Park against you. 279 average, 830 OPS, 11 homers, 32 RBIs, 131 OPS plus. Are you Carlos Narvaez and Drake Baldwin? Yes, please. Absolutely. Sign me up yesterday. Connor Wong is one of the worst players I think I've ever seen play baseball. I'm sure he's a great guy, but he's a liability at the plate. And he's not that good defensively either. I know they're holding on to him because he's the last piece from the Mookie Betts trade, but eventually you got to let him go. And if you bring in Drake Baldwin, you've got one of the best 1-2 punches behind the dish in all of baseball. And that's lethal. Now, this trade sounds great. This all sounds great. You give up Jarren Duran, yes, that would be very sad, but you open up your roster. You get back 2 highly controllable, really dynamic pitchers. You get a backup catcher that's absolutely dynamic. This sounds fantastic, Jack. Jack, why have we not done this already? Because I think the Braves say absolutely freaking not. I think they would laugh in your face if this was the trade proposal. MLB Trade Values, great site if you haven't used them already. I use them all the time when I'm cooking up trades. They have this trade as a landslide win for the Boston Red Sox. It's not even close in terms of value. Jarren Duran's great. You might have gotten this value back in the offseason, but he has not been as good as he was last year. He's starting to get hot, but he's not what he was last year. This is a hefty, hefty package for Jarren Duran. Now, there are reports that Breslow's not going to trade Duran unless he gets an offer he cannot refuse. This is an offer you cannot refuse. But I don't think the Braves would be willing to give it away. They're trying to win now. They have the pieces to win now. You do not ship away your future rotation, especially with Spencer Strider and his injury concerns. You don't ship away your future rotation for one outfielder that has, 2-3 years of club control left. I don't think the Braves would do it. I would do it if I was the Red Sox. I do not think that the Atlanta Braves would do this trade. But you let me know. Would you do this trade? A for accept, D for decline. I would do it in an absolute heartbeat. I think every Red Sox fan, if you're thinking logically, not with your heart, with your brain, I think you would do it as well. But you let me know. A for accept, D for decline. Would you accept this trade for Boston? That's where we're going to end it, guys. It's an uncomfortable conversation. It's a very uncomfy conversation. But an outfielder is going to have to go. And I think Jarren Duran's the one. And it breaks my heart. And if that happens and we film that video, that is going to be a somber video. I'm not going to be happy about it. Because Jarren Duran is very beloved in Boston. And again, he's one of my favorite players on the team. I would be very sad to see him go. But if you get a trade package like the one we talked about today, you have to say yes. And I think they would if they got it. Make sure you subscribe. I appreciate you all so much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with more videos around the Boston Red Sox. It's trade time, folks. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you subscribe, join the family, and until next time, go Sox.